Hello everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to this video. So basically, I am doing a carpal tunnel surgery from surgerysquad.com. I will actually put the link to the
Welcome
actual
to Surgery
game
Squad's
down
virtual
below.
limited open carpal tunnel release surgery. I'm Dr. Jeff, and I will be guiding you through the procedure today. Carpal tunnel syndrome is characterized by a tingling numbness or pain in your hand, and sometimes forearm.
Basically,
It develops due to the
repetitive
swelling
motion.
of a ligament in the wrist, known as the transverse carpal ligament. The swelling of the transverse carpal ligament creates pressure on the median nerve in your wrist. This nerve is responsible for supplying feeling and movement to various parts of the hand. Performing
Basically,
repetitive
that's
motions
motion.
with the hand or wrist over a long period is the main cause of carpal tunnel syndrome, and the condition is more commonly seen in women than men.
Really?
Researchers
I
have
didn't know
also
that.
discovered that other medical problems such as alcoholism, arthritis, diabetes, obesity, and infections could also lead to carpal tunnel syndrome.
Ah, that's good to
Today
know.
we'll be operating on a patient who has been diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome after experiencing numbness and weakness in the palm of his hand and thumb.
So
Now
basically,
let's put on our gloves and get started.
basically,
The
ignoring
limited
these fingers,
open
so
carpal
basically,
tunnel release surgery
all
is
the,
performed using a local anesthetic that numbs the carpal tunnel area of the hand and wrist. If a patient is nervous or uncomfortable, I'll sometimes use a sedative as well. A sedative is a drug given through an IV that places the patient in a dreamlike state. However, our patient today will only receive the local anesthetic. Go ahead and get the operating area numb.
Okay, so basically I'm injecting him. And you'll hear an ad in the background. I can't help that. I was done playing the game anyway. No, I can't. I hate
With the wrist
needles.
anesthetized, we can now begin the operation. I've already tied a tourniquet around the patient's upper arm. Can you go ahead and outline where we'll be making our incision?
I fucking failed. My drawing skills with a mouse is shit.
Looks
Logan.
good to me. We'll be making a 3/4 inch incision at the intersection of those lines. Now take
3/4
the
inch.
scalpel and make the incision.
Basically, he's drawing a line from the
Nice.
thumb
I couldn't have
all
done
the
it
way
better myself.
well,
Now
his
we'll
hand
spread the incision
is
wider
like
to expose
that.
the transverse carpal
This
ligament.
hand only.
This
Yes,
band of tissue
basically
is the cause of the
drawing a
problem.
line there,
Place the
line straight
retractors
down,
into
so
the
he's basically
incision
putting
and
a
spread it
3/4
open.
inch right about there-ish. Now he's using what looks
I
to be
think you're
tweezers
natural at this.
or like things to pry it open.
With the
My
transverse
God.
carpal ligament exposed, I'll need you to slip a carpal tunnel guide into the incision. This is a blunt-tipped instrument with a groove on the upper surface to accommodate a special knife. The carpal tunnel
Are you
guide
fucking
is placed down the
mental?
carpal tunnel and underneath the ligament, and is used to protect the underlying nerve and tendons. Go ahead and push the carpal tunnel guide into place.
Basically
Once
they're
it's
gonna
in position,
cut.
You'll advance our special knife down the guide to split the carpal ligament. As you push the knife forward, you will feel it cutting through the carpal ligament.
Oh, it's just cut. Basically,
Perfect.
you.
With the transverse carpal ligament cut, the median nerve is no longer inflamed. Now we can begin to clean and close the incision. Go ahead and irrigate the wound. When you're finished, I'll release the tourniquet, allowing blood to flow back into the hand. Great! Now you'll close the wound using non-absorbable sutures.
Okay, people say this is disgusting, but
With
it's
the wound closed,
perfectly
we'll
natural.
inject additional numbing medicine around the operating site to help relieve some of the immediate pain the patient may feel after surgery.
Just hate the noise of needles stabbing. Ugh, I just hate them. Ugh. I was gonna record
And lastly,
two girls one
we'll
cut
place a
video,
small
but I can't
dressing
because
over
I'm
the wound
squeamish.
to absorb any residual blood.
Huh.
We'll immobilize the wrist with a splint and a sling, and after 1 to
Wow.
3 hours, our patient is sent home to recover. Our patient needs to keep in mind that because of some of the medications
Basically,
we use, he may experience
like
a bit of nausea. He will also be given pain medication to help relieve the discomfort he'll feel in his wrist.
Good to know.
Once our patient returns home, he'll be asked to follow specific instructions for driving, exercise, and medication. This will include keeping his hand elevated above his heart for the first few days after surgery.
Basically
About
like
2
that.
weeks after surgery, we'll remove our patient's
God,
stitches,
usually around
and he'll
there.
be gradually allowed to return to his normal routines in 4 to 6 weeks. And that's a
Basically,
limited
he's on
open
stuff
carpal
like
tunnel
this.
release surgery. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, shit.
Why not try out some of the other amazing surgeries here on SurgerySquad.com?
Virtual whatever. And virtual closing basically no surgery or what looks to be hair surgery. I didn't know you could do hair surgery. That was carpal tunnel. Let's do another one. I seriously need a goddamn capture card so you could actually see the actual games. Yeah, let's do another one. If we've got time, let's just double check. Yeah, we have time. Let's do another one. Let's do... No. Let's look on the popular surgeries. C-section, root canal, carpal tunnel syndrome, which I've just done, or braces. New surgeries, natural childbirth, childbirth with an epidural. Thank God there wasn't there is a colonoscopy. Oh, fuck's sake. Surprise colonoscopy. I don't want it. For you guys, I'm gonna do colonoscopy. Oh. Is that where they shove a camera up your ass? Or something? I don't know. Or stick a tube up your ass? I don't know. Is it literally where they stick a tube up your ass or something? Seriously, I don't know. But yeah, let's get into this colonoscopy. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's colonoscopy. Is that how they pronounce it? Yeah, it's colonoscopy. I know that.
Hello, and welcome to Surgery Squad's virtual colonoscopy.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Jeff, and I will be guiding you through this colon today. Also known as the large intestine, the colon is responsible for the final stages of the digestion. It absorbs remaining water and electrolytes from indigestible food, accepts and stores food remains that weren't digested in the small intestine, and eliminates solid waste from the body. A colonoscopy allows your doctor to view inside your entire colon using a device called an endoscope. As the scope moves into your colon, your doctor views the output on a monitor to check for growths or polyps. There are several parts to the colon.
Yeah.
The cecum ascending, the transverse, the descending, and the sigmoid. A colonoscopy can check each one of these areas. The one thing about having a colonoscopy is that a doctor can find polyps and remove them immediately. This is the most effective way to prevent the development of colorectal cancer. However, you'll need to cleanse your colon 24 hours before the test by taking laxatives or performing a fleet enema. Also, use of the endoscope might accidentally tear the colon walls and cause bleeding. Plus, you'll need to be sedated during the exam, which should take about 30 minutes or longer if any polyps are found. We have a 53-year-old female waiting for her colonoscopy. Let's get scrubbed and take care of this.
Basically, you've got to have laxatives or a fucking, what is it now, a little bottle with a little tube that you have to have shoved up your arse and squeeze.
Let's set her up with an IV drip of the
and then you've got to sit on the toilet and have a massive, basically, literally, you are forced to shit. Oh, needle. Oh, fuck it. I hate needles. Basically, they put like an IV in.
A few minutes for the sedative to take effect.
Or the sedative, sorry.
Our patient is sedated and ready. She stated that she's cleansed her colon, and I've already used a lubricated, gloved finger to check for blockage. Be sure to tell the patient that she should breathe slowly through her mouth to relax her stomach muscles if she feels cramping. We'll insert the endoscope into the anus and slowly move it into the colon. The endoscope,
well, this is what you call Uranus all over again.
And a pair of forceps so we can remove any polyps we find. First, let's lubricate the scope for easy insertion and passage through the colon. Carefully insert the scope into the patient's anus and slowly move it into the colon.
Oh, thank God.
We can watch the camera's output on the monitor.
Oh
We're into
my
the rectum now.
God.
Nothing so far. Let's move on into the sigmoid colon. Slow and steady. You're doing a great job. Descending colon's next. Now's a good time to remind our patient to breathe slowly through her mouth as we do the exam.
Oh my.
Alright, let's move into the transverse colon.
Okay, slight redness. Nothing to worry.
Uh-oh, looks like we've got a small polyp in the transverse colon. We'll use the forceps to remove it. Fine work. We'll need to remove the scope so we can bring the polyp out. First, let's use some heat to cauterize the spot and try to stop that bleeding. Fantastic. Let's slowly withdraw our scope and get that polyp out. Let's go back in to check the rest of her colon.
Oh, so basically if we find a polyp, we've got to literally take it out.
That's right, the transverse colon.
This is horrible. I don't want a colonoscopy. But if you've got to have a routine checkup for your colon, I feel sorry for you. And if you had one, I think I know. This is just horrid. I feel sorry for you if you had to have a colonoscopy. I feel sorry for you. Good and proper.
Back in the transverse colon now. Everything's looking fine, and you're doing a great job. Now's also a good time to remind our patient to breathe through her mouth slowly. Moving now into the ascending colon. And there's another one. Let's take it out the same way we did the other.
This is actually good to know about Uranus. I should shut up about Uranus jokes.
Back in the ascending colon now, and we move into the cecum. And all looks good.
Cecum.
Let's take out the scope and get
The
our patient
cecum's
into
all
a
fuzzy,
recovery
it looks
room.
like. But it's got all those
Our
like little
patient is now in
sensitive
recovery,
bits.
and she'll probably be there 1 to 2 hours. She might feel bloated or need to pass gas. And since we removed 2 polyps, she'll probably have a small amount of blood in her stool. We'll also do a biopsy on the polyps. She should call her doctor immediately if she has heavy rectal bleeding, lower abdominal pain, develops a fever, feels dizzy, vomits, or experiences swelling in her abdomen.
One
Well,
way
good
collector.
news. The biopsy showed our patient's polyps were benign. Since she's in her 50s and there were polyps found, she should have a colonoscopy every year. You did a great job today. While you're here, try your hand at one of our other surgeries here at surgerysquad.com.
And yeah, that was a colonoscopy and what was it now? Colonoscopy and a carpal tunnel. So yeah, I'll leave the actual link to the website so you can actually play these games for yourself. And I'm gonna leave the names of the surgeries down below. Well, I'll leave the carpal tunnel thing and the colonoscopy down below if you want to actually play them. So yeah, hope you like my reaction of a colonoscopy and a fucking carpal tunnel surgery. The fucking colonoscopy. Oh, you just have to go through those stages to actually get a camera shoved right up your ass. Ugh. As simple as ugh. I sound like that goddamn puppet. She's dead. I'm sorry. Got an itch on my tongue. Yeah, that happens for me sometimes. Don't ask. Yeah, I better. While I'm pointing to the other computer, I'm gonna head off now, guys. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video of me doing a colonoscopy and a carpal tunnel syndrome surgery. So, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I still love you all. Goodbye for now.